Hey Trent,
Hello, Lou.
what are we doing this week, mate?
Well, we're talking to the lovely Maritza today.
Hey Maritza.
Hello. How are you?
Good, thank you.
So good to be here with you both. Yes,
Excellent.
thank you.
All right, what are we going to do first?
We have to pick a card, choose a card.
We need to choose a card. All right,
So what are we doing? Dragons or Rider-Waite?
let's fucking do both. Okay.
Good to do
Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Let's do
So
both.
you do yours, I'll do mine.
Yep.
Let's see. So the
Fine.
intention is, what's the intention?
The intention is, well, what we always do. What is the focus for this episode?
Okay,
What do
cool.
we need
What's
to
the
keep
focus for
focused
this
on this
episode?
episode?
What do we need to keep the focus?
Keep.
Jesus, Trent, you're going to keep.
We're not going to keep any focus.
I don't think so. Not with me here today. No focus.
All right, so what's the message for today's podcast and how do we stay focused?
How do we stay focused? That's a big one.
All right, let's see. Okay. All right.
Love this shuffling
Shuffling,
technique.
shuffling,
Guys
shuffling.
have. Look
We're
at
shuffling,
this.
shuffling. Is that
Yeah,
that song or
shuffling,
something?
shuffling.
All right.
Shuffling,
I'm not
shuffling.
going to share till you tell me what you got.
Okay.
What'd you get?
I got the Knight of Pentacles.
I got the Knight of Cups.
Oh,
Oh.
So
serious.
two knights.
knights.
What do the knights tell us?
Well, we're sort of learning, aren't we?
We
We're
are.
not at the beginning, but we haven't
are
finalized.
learning,
We are
yeah.
learning.
Definitely
And the-
learning. And what do you get
The
from your
Pentacles
pentacle?
is very much we have to hold our focus.
Ah, that's fucking hilarious.
Hold our focus.
Hold our focus, yeah.
Which I get that from the Pentacle. He's so wholly so focused on that Pentacle that is in his hand.
Yes, he
So-
is. And this Knight of Cups here with from the Dragon Tarot is about what's on offer and what's being presented. And I find that fucking funny because we got Maritza
We
sitting
got- we
here
got
who's
that.
going to share some stuff. So
I do.
seriously,
I
you can't make
Can't
this
make
shit up.
can't make this shit up.
So there you go. All right.
Oh, what a pleasure it is just to be sitting here with these two today as well. So long time friends, long time
Yes,
working, long
yes.
time
We
just
are
yeah. So it's
long-time
just great
friends.
to join you guys on this podcast and loving it. So
Beautiful.
thank you
So-
for welcoming me.
You're welcome. Very welcome. And we love having guests.
Yes.
So tell us, how did you start in this spiritual space? What
Well,
happened for you?
And my spiritual space started when I was about 5 years old.
Wow.
So I was quite young, and obviously being that young, I just blocked it out. It was really quite scary.
Yes.
And it wasn't until I got, like, I was always interested in, spirits, the afterlife, cards.
Typical Scorpio.
Typical Scorpios.
We're both
stuff.
Scorpios.
Yeah.
I know, love that.
Three water
Water
signs.
signs.
I'm Cancer, Diane, and Scorpio. Yeah.
And two lovely Scorpios.
Scorpios.
Yes, like the best of mates here.
Exactly.
Best of mates. So in my teenage years, I was always playing with cards and reading and just reading for myself mainly and just learning all of that. Never felt I could make a career of it though. Like I never felt that I could, that this would be something that I would do permanently. I would love to do it. And every time I went to a reader and that I always held them like in such high regards, like you just, you look at them and you're like, oh, wow, they do this. But, being brought up also ethnically and in a Catholic environment, it wasn't the real norm, to go,
Yeah.
okay, so I was
Exactly.
sort of like in the, like I hid it. It wasn't something that had
Yes.
just come out, but always played with my friends and always had my cards on deck. And I had so many different cards from angels to oracles to tarot to all of that. And it started building over the years. Cut a long story short, really, went into the whole working thing, corporate and all that, and then just had this massive, I would say breakdown, and then a breakthrough. And I went, yeah, I'm not doing this anymore. So I started reading professionally it would have been about 6 or 7 years ago now that I started reading professionally. And it was just getting the courage to be able to come out and go and trust yourself in what you were receiving and what was coming through. So haven't looked back since, and it's been an absolute journey. Like it's been great. There's, you just sort of feel when you get to a certain level that, yep, that's great. But then it just evolves and it evolves and it evolves. And then new decks comes out and, new information comes through from spirit as well, like things that enhances. So it's just such a beautiful journey to be on. And this is where I am now. So so it's been fun, but it's been scary too.
Yeah, I
Yes.
understand that. You understand that, Trent?
Oh,
Like,
very
I'm
much.
like,
Very-
holy
and I
fuck.
understand the having to hide because of our
Oh,
what we
yeah.
were the religious beliefs we were brought up with.
Yeah,
That we
yeah.
probably don't I don't
Yeah.
subscribe to anymore, but what we were brought up with, we weren't supposed to be delving into those
No, that
areas,
was all
were they?
taboo,
Yes.
but you know, we come from a part in Europe where, you know, we read coffee cups and things like that. And I could sit at home and read the coffee cup and no one would flinch an eye, you know, and I'd just be going, oh, you know, and all this. But to really play with the cards, it's almost you were delving into a different side of the spiritual world, and that was just not
it was more frowned on.
Yeah, it was
That's
very
such
much
an interesting take,
yeah.
isn't it? Like energetically, because you were raised with that and it was quite open, and then there was the religious side, and then there was the cards, is my understanding of what you're saying. Do the cards feel different for you?
No, they don't. They don't.
They don't?
And you know what? I actually, I have like, what do you call it? I actually have had times where I've been torn with it. You know, should I be reading? Should I be doing this? Is this going against everything I believe in and everything I've
Great
brought up?
questions,
You know,
like,
massively. And I feel like a lot of people are at this stage as well, because I do, a lot of people who come to me for readings, you know, they will have a cross on them. They'll wear the cross and that. And I'm Catholic, I'm very Catholic, and I'm proud to say that I'm Catholic, but I also have my side too, that I just feel that that is a part of that spiritual growth as well, and my beliefs. So I just say, just follow what feels right for you. But a lot of people are in that space where they just go, oh, but you know, like I've got all these, you know, it's more the old school traditions that can't get passed down from parents and everything like that, that makes you feel like, no, you shouldn't be doing this. This is, you know, you're going against God, you're going against spirit, you're going against church, whatever that is for you. But I just feel, how can it be so bad when you're helping people? Like people who come to you for readings, they walk away feeling lighter and relieved, and they've got guidance, and they've got, you know, sometimes they've got even channeled messages directly for them. And how can that be so bad when it helps people move on in this world to live a healthier, happier life? And that's what always brings me back to what I'm doing, is actually helping people to move forward. So yeah,
That's
so
beautiful.
that was really
And you
powerful.
do that in a number of ways, don't you? Like you've got different modalities and different things. So like, let's talk about that. Like, how would a typical client look for you? Like they come in for a reading through the cards, or they come in for something else? Like, what's that look like?
Most of the times they'll come in through readings of the cards, or they'll come in for guidance. And then as you're going through the reading and everything like that, you will find that, oh God, they need they'll probably benefit more from a healing session, you know. So I've worked with, you know, and I started also with energy work years ago, I think. And when I came out, came out from about the card, when I came out, I started with the energy work first. And I think that was just to help please my family.
Right.
please the parents. And then it was like the cards and everything. So so you find that they'll either do that, or if I'm having a breathwork event, it's really interesting when I put on a breathwork event, how many people will come in for a reading, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, you know, they're like, oh, they need a massive release, or they need something else to help them move forward. And then it's the right timing. So it's almost like energetically they're drawn to you for all these different reasons. And it just flows from there.
And do you do your breathwork events regularly, or what happens with that? Like, what's that look like?
Yeah, I used to do them quite a bit. I used to do them like every 2 to 3 months. And then when COVID hit, that just all stopped. And so it gave me a bit of a break as well. And then I just really looked at what is it that I really want to do, or how is my life changing and everything. But I started this year, actually. I did one at the beginning of this year in January, just to kick off the new year. It's really powerful just to have a really new, fresh start, and to do that, to do a massive, beautiful breathwork session with 12 people and guide them on a beautiful journey for them to start off the new year and set some beautiful goals and release things, was really powerful and really good. And I enjoyed that. So I'm not too sure whether I feel like I want to do that like every 2 to 3 months.
Yeah,
but
right.
I feel like,
shift there,
there's been a definite shift. And it feels to me more like when I feel called to do it, like when I feel called to do it. So I feel like I'm more centered within myself, and I don't feel like, oh, you know, it's something that I have to do every month or every 2 months or every 3 months. It just feels like I just feel like I feel like I need to do a breath work now, and then it's like I'll put one out there,
Yeah.
and then you know.
And with your breath work, do you use cards in that at all? And
No.
you don't? It's just straight breath work?
It's just straight breath work.
What's the session look like?
So the session is I only do a maximum of 12 people. I won't do any more than that. Basically they come in and I do a pre-cleanse before they come into the room. And we do some, I wouldn't say education, but I do some pre-warm-ups before we do the breath work. So that will be like some releasing work, some manifesting work, or what is it you want to release, what is it you want to manifest. We connect as well as a group in a circle. So because even though we journey all on our own, and we have that individual journey, we're connected all energetically, and we support one another all energetically. So I connect the group all together, and then from there, then by that time we're sort of ready to go into the breathwork session, and then we just lie down and we have this beautiful breathwork journey for about an hour, and then when I finish journeying and looking, you know, and it's just, and I work with each individual person as well. So I attend to each individual person as they're going through the breathwork journey. So it's very much a strongly guided breathwork event. And then right at the end, we do some beautiful grounding work, and then we all get together and some people want to talk about their journey. Other people just sit in absolute awe and just want to soak up what they're feeling right now. So it's some powerful stuff. And I absolutely love doing it when I'm in that moment, when I'm with them. I love it. I love it. I just see all these people releasing and letting go. And then afterwards we have a chat about what is it that came up for you, and things that they thought they might have dealt with have come up, and they're like, wow, that was a real eye-opener for me. And it's sort of, you can see all these light bulb moments going off. It's really funny. It's so great. I'm sitting there going, yes. And then you can see them that they're going to put that into play. They're going to use that at some point as when they leave, to integrate that into their lives and start from there.
Such a beautiful thing. I heard you say, well, I think I heard you say, so correct me if I'm wrong, that you have like a bit of a cleansing ritual. So what do you use for that?
I use my smudge wands.
Okay.
So
let's have a look at a smudge wand, because here's something we prepared a little earlier.
So I actually I love creating things. Love creating. I suppose it's just an energetic thing as well. So I've actually made some smudge wands.
So she makes them, and you're about to see how beautiful they are.
Gorgeous.
And for those listening, we'll take photos.
Yes,
and pop them on the Facebook page so you can see how beautiful these creations are.
Yeah. So I make these purely just not for well, they can be for anybody really. It's not simply just for healers or, you know, people who do ceremonial work, even though they absolutely love it, because so I always do a pre-cleanse before people enter the room, and cleanse the room as well. So how I make these is I just channel what's coming through. So I have my feathers, and I always work with cellulite, because cellulite is just such a beautiful cleanser, purification, releases all negative energies. It's a protector as well. So it's a beautiful, and it's white and it's light, and it's just, I feel like it's just purity in all its form. So I just love working with cellulite. So even those people who are not into spirituality or not into smudging homes or not into healing work or anything like that, it's beautiful to even have it sitting in your home, in your coffee table, because people come in and out of your home as well. Energetically, it helps cleanse. The smaller ones, people like to have them on their coffee tables as well, or in their office.
Look at this small one. Again, I will take.
Can...
Sorry, I'm just going to show that. And look at the base. Is that selenite as well?
Selenite,
so you've got a white selenite and a peach selenite as well.
So that's peach selenite.
Peach selenite, yes.
Peach selenite.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's just a spiral wand, and people just have them sitting next to their computer as well. So you can have it in your office and just have it sitting next to your computer. You can even smudge your kids with this. This is great to smudge your kids. Exactly, when they come home from school as well, just cleansing all that heavy energy that's been brought back from school or kids, you know, or anything like that. So so you can, and you know, what the other funny thing that, well, I don't think it's so funny, but interesting, where because clients come back to me and they go, I put it in the kitchen, and I'm like, oh really? And they go, because they've got, and I said, well, I'm in the kitchen all the time, so I just have it
Yes.
sitting there, and I love it. So you can have it in so many places. Bedrooms are great. Obviously, if you've got an altar at home, you want to put it on your altar. You use it to cleanse or even meditate with as well. So
I'm
you
thinking,
can really sit and meditate with them, which is
could
pretty
you
powerful.
cleanse your cards with these?
You can cleanse your cards with these as well.
Because I just was thinking that cleansing the reading rooms, if you've got a
Cleansing reading rooms,
where you do your
anything at all.
reading. So I'm going to cover Maritza's face, but there you go.
No, don't you cover my face.
No. But like,
Sometimes it needs to be covered.
sometimes, you don't have the time to smudge your reading room or smudge your cards. So you could just maybe put your cards underneath the wand, couldn't you?
And then you see those professional readers as well when you go to expos, and that they'll work on a table, and then they'll have a table outside where you can actually write your name and when you want to book in for the reading. And sometimes they'll have one of they'll because I've had a few that bought them off me, and they'll have that. So and it's almost a bit of a talking point, draws them in as well, so these people come in and go, I love the wine, and they sign up and they want to have a reading with that person. So so it's got so many different versatile on how you can use them,
And I'm just looking at all the gorgeous different species of feathers in here. And I'm like, what's the purpose behind the different feathers? Is there something for that?
It's really interesting. I always thought
black and white one.
So obviously you're working with yin and yang, dark and light, so that energy, and we've got a clear quartz crystal there as well. So that energy is all about, when you're in the dark spot, or you're working through heavy energies or in the darkness, there's always light to bring you through. So and I actually have meanings for them as well. So as I work with them, sometimes I have this idea in my mind of what is it that I want to create, and then it turns into something completely different. It's like, it started with this and turned into something completely different, and then I love it even more, because I feel like then I'm getting like really guided and channeled on what that's meant to be. And then I write little write-ups about them as well. So I write up about what was felt, or what is felt through the energies of this wand.
It's really cool. So I'm going to show you mine that I purchased from Maritza ages ago now. And we will take a photo of it also so you can see it. But basically it's like pink and white. So I was attracted to pink because, well, that's kind of my brand. I'm pink chick. I love even got little pink lady beavers representing my mum. She's here today. So I wanted the pink. When I got it home and I sat with it, I thought, I'm just going to see like what message I get from her. And very much it was about when I run the heart-centered circle to cleanse with this. And that's specifically her purpose. That's how she is. Otherwise she just sits on my little table and brings all the love in. But she's beautiful. I love her. She's divine. She's light. She's easy for me to use. But so when it's heart-centered, that's what I use. Because I was looking at these when you said the yin and yang. I'm like, that makes sense for the shadow and bringing in the light. And I just want to talk about the handles for a little bit, the cellulite handles. And I'm wondering, like, just talking from an energy point of view, because we're all evolving, right? And there's a lot more light. So we're seeing, the more light there is, the more shadow she potentially going to see, right?
100%.
Yeah, right. However, I love that, in my opinion, this kind of work is shifting to be specifically heartfelt, light-centered stuff. Because like in the past, you might have had, I know I've got a few different ones that are, have your sticks, or they have a different crystal. But I love the cellulite and the example you gave as to why you use it. Because I thought, that's actually aligned with the work that I choose to do.
100%.
When you do your readings, do you have a wand in your reading room?
Yeah, I do. I've got a lot of ones in my a lot of ones in my reading room. I do, and sometimes I make them go, oh, I don't know if I should sell that one. Maybe I should keep that one.
Yeah, and do you name them?
I do name them. I give them names. I have a beautiful goddess book at home that I love to use, and I've got goddess cards as well that I love playing with. And I felt like it was really interesting. I've had these goddess cards for ages, and I've worked with them in my, so when I set up my breathwork event, I'll have cards there that people can choose and pick and take home. But these goddess cards I absolutely loved working with, and it was just more of a personal journey for me. And then when I started making these, I just kept on getting goddesses, and I'm like, oh, okay. So then I went to my goddess thing, and as I was channeling some of the information that was coming through, then I'd go to the goddess card, and then it would just come out, and it's like, oh my God, that's Athena. And I knew that this was Athena when I was making it, because Athena, she started off as something different, and then I can see the Athena energy coming through. And then, I use all ethically sourced feathers. So if anyone asks
where did you get them from?
Everywhere. I found them on the ground. So I do find them on the ground. We have kookaburras in that place. So this kookaburra dropped me a beautiful feather. And you can see the kookaburra lines in it, and how they all just, so that one was a kookaburra, and absolutely love that one. But I do source them online. I do find some beautiful companies that ethically source feathers, and sometimes even go overseas. So I made a beautiful one. Yeah, I got blue jay feathers. I love blue jay. I know, and we don't have them.
We don't have them in Australia, so
we don't. So I made this one with blue jay feathers, and I actually printed out all this stuff on blue jays and put it all. And the lady who bought it, I actually gave her the whole write-up.
Yes.
And she just loved it, and I said yes. So I do source them from other places and from around the world, and I try locally first, and then if I feel like I'm drawn to something, then I'm like, okay, I'll go and find that. So Athena, which was this one, is all very, and we all know Goddess Athena is very powerful woman that steps into her feminine, but also is very strong. So what I might just have to put the glasses on for this one, ladies. Oh yes, it's that time. Okay, so this is Warrior, Divine Mother, and Sacred Wind Carrier. It's here to guide you into exploring, receiving, and discovering your own wisdom, knowledge, and destiny that you have traveled to the earth with. She will forever help you travel into walking your true warrior essence on earth. So there's that whole Divine Mother, and Mother is all about nurturing, giving, receiving, love, all of that. But our mothers are very warriors. They do everything,
So could you use Athena in line with an Empress card?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because the Empress is the mother,
Yeah,
right?
100%.
So I'm just sitting here and thinking if, you wanted to invoke that archetype energy, then you can have the beautiful one.
Yeah, absolutely. And you've also got the clear quartz as well, and it's got a little point, so it's pointing the energy up, drawing that energy in with the selenite and all these wands. So you've got eagle feathers here, and you've got kookaburra, you've got pheasant, you've got guinea, you've got all these different goose feathers there. So yeah, you've got all these beautiful different feathers just aligning all in. And it's really interesting because people say, how do you feel like, but when I do sell these, so I do go to expos, I actually love expos, because I do more than online, because you just connect with people and you can feel the energies, so I love selling. You won't find them on my online page, but I will put them on there, on my socials, but I love connecting with them. And when people come and see them, they pick them up and they feel the energy straight away, and they'll know whether it's for them because they're drawn to it, but they go, oh my God, I can feel that. And you think, how do I feel energy through feathers? But you know what? There is energy everywhere, and they're living beings as well that have given us these beautiful feathers, and the journey that they've been on, it's very interesting. And then you draw that energy into this wand, and that's that whole, and you create it into this beautiful
work of art,
creative.
It is a work of art.
And then and then it's all those energies combined and put together, and that's how you get Athena, that's how you get that warrior. So that's how that all just, and that's how I work. It just all just channels through, and sometimes I want to put something in there and it just doesn't fit. It doesn't go. It doesn't go. It's like, okay, pull that one out and just flow with it and see where it goes. So and I love it. I just, I get lost in it for hours and hours, and but I do enjoy it. And I try to go with the cellulite, I go raw form. I don't, this one's polished. This one's the polished spiral, so that one's been worked on a bit, but I try to find the raw ones. I do have to, you know, cut them in a bit and work with them and things like that. So it's not just, you know, so it's a bit of a process, but I love doing it. That's my little thing.
So, because I'm just sitting here thinking before, like when you were talking, I'm like, so you can incorporate the cards with the purpose of the wand, right? So who just for shits and giggles, the High Priestess, out of the wands that you have here, would any of them match her, do you think? Or do you feel that
you
might
feel
want
like,
look, color
there's
wise,
probably one bigger one there, which is called the Goddess.
The Goddess.
The Goddess of
and if we put both the Goddess wand up and the cards, you can see the colors.
Yeah.
The colors match. And when you think of, like, because I'm looking at peacock, to me, when they span their tails, I know that's the male, but it is that
spanning
that
feathers, and it's all that. This is my light. This is all my beauty. This is what I want you to see.
And and we're talking about the High Priestess.
Yes.
When the tail is down, it's hidden. And the High Priestess.
Yes.
The High Priestess is keeper of secrets.
Keeper of secrets.
To keep it so secrets. Hasn't unraveled things fully.
Absolutely.
So when we're talking
seriously. So
yes, that's the Goddess on
the Goddess one, but I don't know the colours in this one.
Goddess is really beautiful as well. That's
just so we've
got white feathers in there, and peacock, pheasant, goose, all sorts of different ones in there as well, which is one. But the peacock ones stand out the most, so it's colourful and vibrant, and then you've got all the grounding in it as well, and she just stands there in her own power as well, like the Empress, you know, the High Priestess. The High Priestess stands in her own wisdom, in her own truth, in her own power, and in her own, you know, and every woman is a goddess. Like everyone is a goddess in their own way, you know,
male or female or non-binary. We're all powerful, aren't we? We are all powerful.
100%. So,
and we forget that sometimes. We need reminding.
Need reminding.
And there's a lot of, I love this, and the Goddess also helps you speak your truth as well. There's a lot of green and blue in this. So there's a lot of healing in that as well. So you can go so deep into these. If you sat there and you looked at the colors and you looked at the grounding and you looked at, you know, what they mean, you can go into that, you know, the blue about using your voice and projecting yourself and being seen and having that confidence to stand up and stand out. And then you've got the green, which is all about heart and healing and opening up that thing. So it goes into everything. So so this is all about aligning with the Goddess and reconnecting with the sacred energies of the divine feminine, you know, as well. But, you know, you can be the divine masculine as well. It doesn't have to be just. It's just that I've gone with that flow of Goddess energy. Yeah,
exactly.
And it says in there, it says on the card, I embrace the beauty in everything.
Yes.
So
beautiful.
Stunning. So this is our beautiful Maritza.
It is.
Okay, our dearest friend. And how do people get in touch with you if they want to talk about wands or
have a reading
or have a reading?
Absolutely. So I'm on socials. I'm on Instagram under Guided Energies. So you can message me through there. Or you can just contact these two lovely ladies here.
Get in touch with us.
The beautiful tarot ladies here who do so, and my good friends here, so they can always send a message through this, or you know, just contact me. Guided Energies. You'll see the beautiful triangle with the feather. That's my little logo. I used to be on all the socials and all that, but you know, I've just drawn back from that a bit, and people always find me when they're meant to find me.
Absolutely, don't they?
Yeah.
So who'd have thought that
thought?
feathers and wands can connect with tarot?
With tarot, exactly.
I know.
But you can.
I know.
Yes,
100%.
The tarot is not limited to the cards.
It's not limited to the cards. That's right. So I love that.
I
Yeah.
love
Love
that.
that. I've
Tarot.
enjoyed chatting with you today.
Oh,
It's been
thank you
really
guys. I've
interesting.
enjoyed sitting and chatting
Yeah.
with you guys too. I really enjoyed that. It's
Yes.
fun. We
Yes,
should
we-
do this more often.
We should.
We should.
We
We'll get you back.
We'll
Talk
get you
about
back.
more.
Yeah, talk about more. Talk about
Talk
more.
about more.
So we will put photos in
We will put all the photos,
social.
yes.
So those of you who are listening are going to be able to see what we're
Yeah.
talking about.
See the colours and the
Yeah.
wands themselves.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
and I do have a link
Thanks.
on my Instagram page as well.
Okay,
where
we'll
you
put
can-
that.
Yeah,
We'll put that.
and the
up.
link
Yeah.
will have all these on there as
Yeah.
well, if they're still on there, if they're still around.
Are you
If
saying
not,
they
I
sell
make some
quick?
more.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
sell quick.
Sell quick.
So I make some more. I'll pop them on there, or you can just
Yeah.
reach out as well. So I do have people reaching out to me and
Yeah.
saying, "Can you make me a wand?" And
Yeah.
Nice.
and
So
things
do
like
you
that.
take
So, yeah.
like special orders or?
I do, but I also let them know that, it's a channeled thing. So
Yeah.
I will, it may take a couple of weeks, it may
Yeah.
take a little bit shorter, may take a little bit longer, because it's like I just have to feel that energy come through, and then the inspiration will come.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I'll go, yep, this is
the
when
one,
it's
this is for
yep,
this
this is
person.
how it brings together. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
beautiful. I love that. Well, thank you so much.
No,
Ah,
thank you. It's
thanks
been
for having me,
lovely.
guys.
It's
I've
been
really
a
loved being
beautiful,
here. It's been fun
lovely-
talking about stuff and the tarot. Look at
And the
this one. I
tarot
love this
one.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
cool. I just thought when you were saying before, I was like, oh, they connect.
Yes,
Yeah,
so I
that's
might
right, yeah.
when I take the photo, I'll put the photo of the high priestess from the dragon
And the
deck
dragon, yeah.
with the goddess wand, so you can see
Yeah.
the colours and how we will match them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for joining us
Yes,
for
thank
this
you.
episode.
Thank
and
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So good.
Thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure hanging out with you guys this afternoon.
Yeah.
Lovely.
So all the things
Yes.
like
Share,
share, subscribe,
comment,
comment, all
ask
the
your
things.
questions, send your questions,
Yeah.
because we're
Absolutely.
gathering a list, aren't we, to do another listener question episode.
We are.
So
Right.
ask questions.
Ask
Yeah,
questions.
definitely follow these two beautiful souls.
So big love. Have an amazing week, and we will
Yes.
catch you
Every
Tuesday. Bye.
Bye.